Hey, what's up, guys? Just want to say before this video starts that it's already started. So I'm recording this event on my phone as opposed to on the computer today. So you'll, I guess it'd be best for you to watch this video on your phone so then it fits the screen correctly. So I moved up to the $5 games. I was originally, about a month or two ago, I was going to move up to the $5 game when I hit 50. I did move up, didn't feel comfortable because the stack swings were just too much. Moved back down, said I'll wait till I get to 100. So I'm now at 100 and I've moved up. And I've found that the games pre-flop are a lot tougher, a lot tighter. There's more 3-betting pre-flop. But post-flop, the game is easier to play because you're so much more often heads up post-flop than you are in the $2 game. And heads up is much easier to play post-flop than multi-way. So I'm not struggling. I don't find that I'm struggling at this level. So that's a good thing. What else was there? I played the regular cash game, not the Zoom, the $2 cash game. And if you're interested in playing really weak players or whatever, I would suggest not playing Zoom, because I didn't realize, but the Zoom players are quite a lot better than the regular table players. The gameplay was absolutely outrageous there. I sat down and within a minute or two, I got it all in a four-way all-in pot. I had pocket queens, and they held up. One guy had ace jack, one guy had king queen, one guy had like ace 7. It was pretty wild. And then the table was continually kind of like that. It was just all in all the time, and people would call with less than mediocre hands. I was quite surprised. But it's still hard to win at that level because it's just a crapshoot. Every all-in, your aces will get cracked a lot. So there's that too. So let's just sit down and play a little bit. We'll see how this goes. Playing the 2 cent, 5 cent, $5 max buy-in. So there's that too. So let's just sit down and play a little bit. We'll see how this goes. Playing the 2 cent, 5 cent, $5 max buy-in. Hopefully I'm not completely boring during all this. I got some different rules that I play by now too. Starting hand rules. Pocket sixes and below I limp with. I also, that's another thing. Sometimes I call now with this a small raise in a blind battle, or I'll re-raise that, but I'm gonna let it go now because I'm talking. So pocket sixes and below, I limp call, because the strategy is with small pocket pairs, you just want to see the flop, right? And I find with small pocket pairs, when I raise, if I get 3-bet, it's just not EV. It's not plus EV. It's not valuable to call a big raise with a small pocket pair because you're just going to fold on the flop so many times. But to try to see a cheap flop with a small pocket pair, that's a good idea, because all you're really looking to do is flop a set and take the guy's stack if you can. So here, ace 4, I got 3-bet. If it was a blind, I might 3-bet him or 4-bet him back. But because he's the dealer, I'm going to let it go. Another thing I do now, suited connectors and 1-gappers, I do limp call raises with those as well. So 7-8 suited, 9-10 suited, Jack-10 suited, Jack-9 suited, 10-8 suited, 8-6 suited. Things like that. I'm getting 3-bet again, and that's a fold. I limp call a raise with those as well. And I fold some king mediocre hands more often now. I really like to wait more for the suited hands. And I'm still really tight as well. straight card, like 7-6 offsuit, I just fold. Unless I'm in the blind and like, I'm gonna say I'm in the big blind and someone raises to 10 cents and all I gotta call is 5 more cents, right, or something, then I'll maybe try to see a flop. And another thing with the suited connectors, I guess I'll wait till I have a suited connector and I'll explain what I do, but basically you want to hit the board really hard with a suited connector. A big draw or 2 pair, you're not happy with 6-7 when the flop comes king 10-7, right? But then if my opponent bets super weak on the flop, I'll still call with that 7 just to hope to hit like a 6 or another 7 or create a straight draw situation or flush draw. And of course I'm pretty much card dead here as we start. But it'll get better. See there, he bet 10 cents, so I could have really called, but it was 7 deuce, so the worst possible hand. How can I shouldn't really be calling, right? But yeah, I'm really card dead. Okay, we got a raising hand, unless somebody raises, and then we're folding. Yeah. Okay, so this is my limit, 4-5, that's as low as I'll go. I don't play 4-3. I probably shouldn't play 4-5 suited either, but I do limp call with these now. So we are calling that, and it's going to be a multi-way pot. And we hit the flush draw. But because there's no kind of straight draw with it or whatever at this point, and because this guy was the pre-flop raiser on the left here, I'm just going to check. If he checked, if they both checked and then it was to me, I might bet on the flush draw here. So the pot's 94, it's 32 to call. I got a 36% chance to hit my card. So I'm pretty much getting odds to call here. That's if I get to see both cards. So I probably won't get to see both cards. So it's really... I'm gonna call because of the implied odds of if I hit it, and I hit it. But now the problem is, does he have a better flush? So I'm gonna check again, and he checked behind, so he's scared of the flush too now, and maybe he doesn't have an ace, so he's just scared of the ace as well. He's maybe got something like king 10, or so I'm gonna bet really weak and hope that he just calls with his king. And he mucked it. King 7. So we're starting the video again here. There's a little cut off there. He's a short stack there, and that's a little bit of an over flop or over pre-flop raise. So I'm going to actually fold the 4s here, even though I typically call. If it was 20 cents, 22 cents, I'd call. But because it was 35 and he was a short stack, so say I hit my set, I'm only winning 235 from the guy anyway because he's not a full stack. So why risk the extra to win half? Doesn't make sense. So here we are, we're going to be calling that raise. There might be another 3-way Three-way pot, and it is. And we flop a set. And that's a really weak bet. I think he's scared of the ace. Probably got a middle pocket pair, pocket 8, pocket 9, something like that. But there's also a flush draw out there. So I gotta bet, I gotta raise it up. I wanna just call and play weak with him, but I can't. So now the guy's got $1.63. There's $1.85 left in the, I might as well just, put him in. If he's got 5-3, he's got it. He fold, he probably had 2 diamonds.
You see, stereophonic sound for the home is recorded on 2 separate,
and that's how you
each one giving special
win
emphasis to
by
certain
flopping a
sections
set.
of the orchestra, as heard from those positions. Now, when played back simultaneously on 2 separate systems, the sounds are blended together to achieve
I would have liked to have slow played with the board, but it was 3-way and the board was too draw heavy. And we flopped another big hand, but this is a 4-way pot. So we can just get the money in here too. So we're gonna go 34, and if we get raised, we're gonna shove. And we just got called. That is not a great card. But at the same time, I got the straight draw now as well. I got top pair, straight draw, and a flush draw. I say that's worth shoving and trying to win the dollar, right? Because we got, oh, he called ace jack. Look at that. Bing! Hey, this game's easy. I guess he thought maybe I was on the, I don't know what he was thinking, but he was just drawn to his flush. And it's on the turn too, so he's only got 1 card left. He had like a 18, was it 2 times 9 outs? He had an 18% chance to win the hand there. It's good to push those kind of flush or draw heavy draw boards where you got the draw as well, because a certain percent of the time they fold and you win 100% of those hands. And then let's say they fold 40% of those hands. So 40% of the time you win the dollar. And then the 60% of the time they call, you're still going to win 50% of those hands or more. So we got 3-bet with our ace king here. So we're going to check fold it down here. You check behind too, so maybe he's got something like ace king, ace queen. Let's go 37, see how he reacts. He folded. He could have had, I don't know what he had there, right? Really. Ace king, ace queen as well, something like that. Ace jack. Or was there jack on the board? I can't remember. So this is a spot where I like to 3-bet, and I think the 3-bet kind of crazy big, so it makes it hard for him to call. So I feel like he's just stealing my blind there. And I had an ace, so somewhat of a decent hand. Folding the ace-8 to a raise there. What's the dealer going to try and steal? So this is a spot where we could try and re-steal again, but Oh, somebody else did it for us, so we'll fold. Oh, it didn't accept my fold button thing. That sucks because the button's gone. You can't do anything about it. And we're going to 3-bet here again. Nice to actually have a hand. So here we're going to go full pot. I'm saying to him, hey man, I got a lot of this. There's a flush draw out. I'm scared of the flush, so I'm going to bet my king queen right now full pot. That's what I'm trying to tell him. And he folded. Precisely what I wanted. This is a raise unless somebody else raises, and then we'll probably fold. Or maybe call. So this is another one of those situations. I'm trying to tell him, hey, I got ace queen here. I'm scared of the flush. I'm going to go full pot. And he folds. Hit my ace. I'm going to check behind here. I got a weak ace, and he might start bluffing at it since I checked the flop with an ace. And then I can just call him down. He checked again. So we're going to put something in. Make it look like we're kind of a little scared, though. Less than half the pot. He might think his, I don't know, his jacks are good. He wouldn't have had jacks there. Just some hands you're just not going to make any money on. So as a pre-flop raiser, I might as well, I hit it, might as well put something in. I'm going to go 18. You can't just slow play every top pair. That's dangerous. So we're suited connector, we're calling. And we got the draw, the straight draw, but there's also a flush draw. And it's a gut shot straight draw, so we need a 7. That sucks, there's only 4 outs. So we're gonna check. And that's a pretty hard bet, almost pot size, so that's an easy fold. And that's a fold. Out of position, a weak ace. Ace 6 is actually the weakest ace you can have because 5, 4, 3, 2 all make a straight. So I was gonna limp on the button with 4s there, but now I'm calling. Saw a guy the other night with $71 on a $5 max buy-in table. $71. And he checks. I'm gonna go 40 here. I'm gonna go, hey, I got a 7 or I got a queen. You better have something, because I'm over betting the pot. And he folds. And then, of course, you know, if he calls there, you're like totally done with the hand. It's easy, unless a 4 comes off. That's why you can't, it's so bad to raise pre-flop, get one caller, and then check the flop. If he would have bet, I would have folded. There's the 7s. I could limp with them, but that's, I don't know, it's my arbitrary rule. I made 6s and below, I don't raise. 7s and above, I do. 7s are still pretty strong. I'm gonna let it go, I think. And that's a good spot. That's a good argument for limping there. If I limped, I would have saw the flop. That's a spot where we could call, right? But it's the weakest ace. But we are on the button. I'm still gonna fold. We're up. We don't really need to be gambling more than we need to. But this, 17 cents in the pot. It's only 3 to call, and I got a connected 2 cards. So I'm going to call and hope that the big blind also just checks. But he's got $12, so he could be raising it, and he doesn't. So that's good. But we missed. So it's a check fold situation. We are going to call and hope to flop a 6. That's a good size bet. It's more than half the pot. Board is paired though. We could be scared of, could have something like ace king, ace queen, ace jack here too. Doesn't have to have a pocket pair or a big pocket pair, but because there's 6s and I don't have really any draws, I'm going to go ahead and fold. We are going to call this with king queen suited, but we're going to tread lightly because king queen in a raised pot is dangerous against like an ace king type hand. And he checked to us. But a lot of aces check when they flop the ace. And because we have a draw here too, I'm going to check behind and see how he behaves on the turn. If he bets, yeah, he checked again. Some guys do goof around and check their ace all the way, waiting for you to bet. So I'm going to give it a go here. And we take her down. That was just dumb. Like, how does he check twice? Probably had a small pocket pair, and then he didn't want to play it once all those big high cards come out. Another good reason to limp with small pocket pairs. So if he tries to, if he tries to steal my blind here, I was going to let him have it because he's a short stack. But he limped, so we're going to make the limpers pay. And I didn't want to just put 15 in there. I wanted to make him pay extra because it was a blind situation. It's so easy to just call the 15. The extra 10 cents in a blind situation because you know that you feel like they're just trying to steal it. So just gonna pop it up just a little bit extra to get that 5. Although I wouldn't have minded a call anyway. I had a fairly strong hand, king jack, against a random hand that calls the blind. So this is a spot where I can 3-bet, try and take it down. The problem is the guy on my left might have a hand too. We're going to pop it up to 61 and hope he folds. He's taking his time this time. This is not good. He calls. And we hit our 5. So what did he call with, right? We're going to bet something. Let's go 70. We got to be pretty much done with the hand now unless an ace or a 5 comes off. Especially if he had a 8-6 or something like that. He looks pretty weak as well here, but he could have a set and he's just trying to pull us in, so we're done. That one didn't pay off. I probably should have just checked behind on the flop. And then maybe called a weak bet on the turn. I probably should have not done that king 9 raise there under the gun. I usually do king 10 only, king 10 suited and above. King 10 offsuit as well, actually. So King 9 suited, and King 10's offsuit. I think King 9 suited is probably stronger than King 10 offsuit. So maybe that was fine. And we're going to call that 4-way pot. We hit the 6, but it's 4-way and flushy. So we are done if someone raises. Suited ace, we're going to raise it. Typically from any position. So we got 3-bet on the button. It's a weak 3-bet too, so he's screaming pocket queens, kings, aces. We're gonna fold. And he's got a big stack. So we don't want to go too heavy with a big stack with just a pair. All I have is an overpair. Another thing is if you get a really fast call or a really fast check right after the call too, that is often a flush draw. Or a straight draw. That's often a draw. So this looks like he's got the flush draw or straight draw. So I'm going to check mine just to show you. I'm like 90% sure he's got a straight draw here. Or a flush draw. Holy sh**. 3-5. So I bet a good size on the flop. And he called with his 5, his 3-5, because he hit a 5. But I didn't lose any more than I had to. I lost the minimum I should have lost there. Like I couldn't have lost any less. I think I played the hand well. Call in position with a suited connector. But now we gotta fold it. King Jack there, 2 raise out of position, offsuit as well. I'll just fold it. I can find better spots to put my money in. I'm gonna just call behind here, I think. It's bigger than it's not just a regular 5 stack, he's a 7 stack. Now he's checking. Let's go 22. I don't know, maybe I should check behind because we don't know what Rogers has got here. We got 6 outs. 6 times 4. We had a 24% chance to hit our hand. We missed. I think we gotta check now. So he's got small pocket pair, something like that. I think if I bet $1 here, he's calling. Unless he's got something like ace-7. It's really hard to. I feel like I'm wasting money. I'm gonna get called a lot here by mediocre king tens and queen tens. They just won't fold top pair, even if I overbet. So I'm gonna fold or check. Yeah, I've got enemy too. I probably should have just checked the flop there.